Welcome, everybody, to another edition of MCR. My name is Michael Chave, and I have my guest co-speaker today with me, Dustin Key, who is also a Bluebeam certified instructor. How are you doing today, Dustin?
I am good.
How's the weather over where you're at?
Well, it was overcast this morning, but the sun's coming out now, so it's burning off all that morning dew to get hot real quick.
I don't have the weather app. I was literally just looked down to see what the weather is. I wonder if we had a new update to our computer. Oh, we had some software installs. That's right. Never mind. Hold on. Yes, precise location. It actually opened up Washington, D.C., ironically enough. So for you all Unbound folks, it was a 67 degrees, it looked like. But it is going to be a high of 101 today for us. Nice. Still hot. Well, today what we're going to be talking about is stamps. But before we go through and do that, I kind of wanted to re-roll before we go through and see the Unbound releases that are coming out here soon. I'm going to walk through some of the updates because I was doing some trainings the other day, which I don't do many trainings anymore. Dustin does pretty much a lot of our trainings. Do you know a lot of the updates by heart, Dustin?
To be honest, I haven't really looked into many of the ones on the new release. I need to do that.
We're going to go back a couple releases because, I don't want to download it. There's been a ton of new releases of things that can be done. One of them, I don't know if it's just my Bluebeam that has it. Does yours have a panel called Task Link? And this might be because I got early access beta to it, and when I updated it...
Yeah, I don't have it on mine, no.
Yeah. So, guess what, folks? I got early access, and I haven't done anything to it, and apparently it just activates with my newest update somehow. I'm assuming it's because it's user-based. So I have it. I will get logged in. We've seen it. If you guys are new to the channel and you're just watching this on YouTube, and Dustin's new because he didn't see it, this is the Go Canvas link, which is a field app for forms. So it'll actually integrate directly into Bluebeam. So I thought maybe everyone had this, but I guess this is just not everyone has it, right? Because you don't. So we'll click that. We'll keep it up so people can ask me what it is. Okay. So let's go through and look at some of the updates. Because I don't think I did this one. So this just fixed issues. The newest one was this one, which was released. I guess it's not that new. I don't update regularly.
Yeah, the beginning of the month. I did it on the third or fourth prompt when you open.
I did mine before. It was like Wednesday afternoon on the 10th is when I did mine. Okay. So this says create new studio sessions has improved user experience. So, okay, let's go to create new studio session has an improved user experience. Let's see. Does it have an improved user? And I guess mine's not working, right? There we go. I guess I had to sign out and sign back in. Okay, yeah. So new session, new user experience. Is this a newer UI?
Yeah, I think it's allows you to add all the documents in, also set permissions at the same time. So it's a little bit different setup. I like that.
Yeah, because wasn't it just a name and then you got to this like, was it a gray screen before? I guess the white UI.
Yeah, yeah. I like that.
Okay, so that's new. Support for Project Wise 2024. Does anyone know what this is?
I'm assuming it's probably a management software.
Bentley. So is Project Wise a Bentley product? So did they have like an add-in? Oops. Does anyone know what this is? Maybe that's what it is. So Studio Project Search helps you find folders, files. Okay, so is this enabled? This is that new integration for Studio Projects so that you can find anything from a folder to a file to a markup using keyword search. So if I go to here, let's see if they updated it. So I would say, nope. For me, mine isn't updated. So this is where the new well, I guess it's not a, maybe it is, but in Studio, you're supposed to be able to search better. So the search right now is just for file names. Like if I type an example, what you'll be able to do is search that like through the actual markups or keywords. Oh, it's a natural language model.
So if it okay, so if it's like labeled a certain way, if you search that label, it'll find that within that project.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll find markups, text in the PDF. Like if you look for door or like RFI
Right, right, right.
102 or something, it'll bring that up, even if it's not named that way, and it's just part of the metadata of the PDF.
Gotcha.
So it says that it's in here.
So room data would come in too, stuff like that for spaces.
Yeah, anything. But I don't see a search.
Are you supposed to be able to do? You're supposed to be able to do all of your projects at once. Is that is that?
No, it's in a project. So like if you were on a build project here like this, I could be in here and search for something. So instead of having even to use a dashboard, right? You could say look for RFI, 100, and it would open this for you. It would show you it in like a search quadrant here. You would see what pulls up from that search. But it's kind of like a Google search, right? Except it's pulling metadata on PDFs. But
it's only the project that you currently have open that you're searching.
Correct.
You're not searching all of your projects. Okay.
Yeah. It says it is available for users in the US server region and supports. Well, I updated. I think I did. Oops. Yeah, I'm updated. Mm-hmm. So maybe I just got unlucky. What do you think?
Mm-hmm. I got the same version you got, and I don't. No, it's not working on mine like that either.
Oh, I can verify. How do you do this? Any IT folks on that knows what I'm supposed to do? I mean, I looked. We'll just skip that verification. But okay. What did they fix? Text no longer appears. Okay, this is all just fixes. So the major update would be this. This is huge. People have been asking for this as well. This will be big. Oh, Project Wise Gross, David Clark. Yeah, it's a Bentley product version of ACC. Oh, okay. So Project Wise is like I guess if I go back to here, is like ACC. Okay.
Yeah, like a management software is what it means.
Okay. Yeah, Bob, this the search result isn't what I saw in action. So I don't think it was released yet, or it is released and it's not just released in its full capacity. Like the connections are there, but it's not fully released. I hate the B word, yeah, Bentley. So I don't think this is, it says it's released, but I don't have that ability. Maybe it's enabled for cloud. I don't remember asking that question if it was going to be in cloud. But we'll see. Yeah, there's no search bar in here. So that's weird that it says that they have it enabled.
Yeah.
I wonder if anyone got it. Maybe we asked them the question. Okay. But that's what it's supposed to be. This search isn't, because the search bar like told you to use things in it and how like helped you search, gave you some options, like told you to use not just search. This is the old search. So the new search, you'll be able to search for markups in the PDFs.
Okay.
Like RFIs, doors, or anything like that. So that'll be the new one. What I want to know about 7.1 is when they are going to release and fix the issues with the markups with the fill and highlights. Yeah. So there's some fill and highlight issues. Okay. Well, with that, those were the updates. For me, I think I've been a couple past. I think this one was a large update that I didn't realize there were some things changed. Maybe it was this one. Improved toolset management, new punch key options. Yeah, there was some new markup things in here when I was going through training. Did you know, Dustin, that you can change the set numbering for not just your My Tools, but for any other tool set?
Yeah, I noticed that you could do that. A couple weeks back, somebody asked that question in a class. I think it was maybe a month ago. Somebody asked that question, can you change the number? And I had to walk through it to figure it out, but we figured it
Yeah,
out.
it's brand new. It's so
Yeah.
basically it removes it from here. You can just always go back and like reset it. But
Yeah.
that one was new. I was going through and doing the tool chests. This
Yeah.
is new, so the UI for this is brand new. And if you all didn't know, you could do manage tool chest columns. So this was
Okay.
brand new as well. I didn't know this was there.
That's helpful because some people want that information, other people don't.
Yeah, so you can display layer now, which you never used to be able to, and you can say don't show label, don't show comment,
Right.
don't show subject.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Can you do
and
custom? Can you do custom?
no, it's just these. I can't add anymore. I bet you can in the future now that they have this dashboard, like when people
Yeah.
start requesting stuff. Yeah, and then it
Yeah,
says
that
search
would
in.
be a good feature.
Yeah, so you know you can search now for things.
Oh yeah.
It'll say don't search in these columns. So that's cool.
Gotcha.
That was new to me. Tool chest settings was new to me. So comment persistent properties mode. What's this? Update toolset item on reuse. Does anyone know what this is? This is new to me.
Let's see. What's that? I can't read that.
It's comment persistence properties mode.
Okay.
Exclude text boxes, all markups. I don't know. This is new to me, so this is brand new. I don't know if anyone saw this either.
Yeah, this is the first time I see that.
Resume sequence issue. I don't think the this changes. Yeah, set numbering is per desktop. It's not per sharing with individuals. Okay, I don't think I missed anything from the chat. But yeah, I don't know what this is. I've never seen this. So
yeah, I was just looking at it. I'm tempted to push it.
I'm afraid.
Yeah, I know. Let's see what happens if I
It's
drag
saying
it.
properties mode. So like, is it automatically? I don't know. And then it says update toolset item on reuse.
All right, so if I grab that same one, I'm wondering if it's applicable.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it's doing.
So that was new for me when I was going through and doing some training. Then there was manage toolsets UI changed as well. So this UI is not the old UI either.
Right.
And then if you go down to the plus one and you create new, this is also new. So the UI is not the old white background UI. It's this grayer background. So that was cool.
It gives you a couple more options out of the gate too.
Yeah, because like this one is the old UI. So for anyone that didn't know, this is what the old UIs used to look like. So they haven't updated this one, but they updated the tool chest. And I'm assuming they're updating this because they're going to have that synchronized tool set where you synchronize your tool sets via the admin portal will be the the new way of doing it. So it's basically so you can have access more streamlined through cloud. But yeah. So hopefully if anyone finds out what this is, please let us know what this thing does. And I don't know where they updated that in. I think it's this. Improved toolset management, new punch key options. Really? So what's the new punch key options? Because punch key. Oh, there was this thing too. Where was that at? Hold on. I remember something. That's where it is. Look at, so you can edit them with the new UI as well. Ooh, punch key. Here's a new punch key option, export. So now you can export. Yeah, so it's basically so you can do your punch lists via Excel and then import them. They used to have this. I think it was a different UI and you had to like dig to get to this, but this is a new one as well. So if you have like, we have our punch key here. If I hit edit, here's all the information. And you can export this out to Excel. Desktop. I guess it just doesn't automatically open after, of course. But you could just essentially do all of this, right, in Excel, and then re-import it back in to update things. So I guess that's that new punch key option. They had it before, though. I remember it being somewhere. Multi-select markups. Drag and drop multiple markups. Improved detail mode. Okay, so drag and drop multiple markups. Is that really a thing?
Well, I've got 4 selected in the but it
markups
won't allow me to. Yeah, it won't allow me to place them.
Oh, okay. I guess if I do control.
I hit control and grab more than one, but it won't let me place them.
Same. See, it has them here. Oh, it's drag and drop them into other tool sets, maybe. See?
Oh, is that what it is?
It'll let me drag and drop them into here. But it
Oh,
won't let
so
me drag and drop them on the PDF.
okay, so you don't have to put it in the drawing and save it as a tool in that other tool set. You can just drag and drop it.
Yeah.
That's pretty. I like that. Less cumbersome.
You change the properties of the markup. No worries, Doug. Thanks. Yeah. Does anyone know what this does? Tool chest settings. Let me know. Someone's probably shouting at me on YouTube right now saying what it does. So that's the drag and drop. Multi-select markups. We've always been able to multi-select markups. Shift. Ooh,
Yeah.
wait. That's a new thing. I'm holding shift to cycle through. Oh, it's because it's cycle through. Yeah, you're allowed to cycle through now. Oops, sorry. I was clicking it too much. I guess you just you press shift and hold it. But that lets you, if there's you're basically able to, like, if a markup's underneath another markup, you can select that markup underneath now. Okay. Improved detail mode. What's so improved about detail mode? I think that's just this
where you can edit
columns,
that.
Yeah. I know that's been asked for a while. Sign in into Edge, Web, and then Autodesk plugins. 2026 support plugins. Cool. What's fixed? Okay. Yeah, the rest of this was just what's fixed. Oh, here's the markup cycle that happened in January. Okay, but I'm still confused because it says that you could do this, but you can't. And I'm glad you're on to verify as well. Whenever I click into here, it's not the natural language model here. So, yep. They said it was in there, but it's not.
Yeah.
And maybe it was, and that's what they pulled on Friday, maybe? No, because I tested it on Wednesday when I installed it. I think that was all. I think that's all I found because I was doing tool sets with the class, and that's really all I found to be intriguing and new. I'm suspecting there'll be a huge update either the end of October or right during Unbound. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think they'll have an update right during the
probably
Unbound? Okay.
Yeah, probably.
Not a fan of the new icons, though. Hard to tell what's what anymore. Icons. Which icons, Doug? Okay, I think that's it. I think I'm missing anything else. Okay, so stamps. Dustin, what are some of your tips on stamps?
Well,
do you use stamps?
I don't personally, on my day-to-day, what I do, I don't use stamps too much. I like using, I like the fact that you can create, sign and seal documents with, handwritten signatures from a PDF. You can do that with a stamp. You can create a stamp from a handwritten image. Same thing with your regular seal.
Yeah, because there's two ways, right? Like you could do this for your seal.
Yeah.
Or if you want it to be more secure, what's this? You can color process here. Was that always here? Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can stamp and seal this way, it's less secure, right? Because it's a stamp, it's not a signature, which would show up here to validate it. But if this is okay with you, then you are good, right?
Yeah. It's more the municipalities that you deal with as their whatever their requirements are. You
Yeah,
have to
and
kind of
we're seeing that change, right? Where some
yeah. There are
municipalities,
a lot of places that used to only want wet seals. They're accepting digital seals now. So
yeah, and they're almost requiring digital seals now. So for those folks that didn't know, you can do that with signatures. And if you are signing in batch, you're going to want to have the complete tier, and you're going to want to use the batch sign and seal, because then it will stamp and seal all of your pages at once versus placing a stamp and then having to go signature by signature to fill out the PDF.
one of the cool features that I like is the ability in batch when you're batch stamping, you can control the quadrant or where it kind of locates the stamp. If you can, the only problem is that you can't. It'd be nice if you could manually manipulate its position so that it would be in the correct location inside of the title block. That's the only thing that you know. You can go upper left, middle, or in either direction, which is kind of nice. But
Yep.
it still limits you to some degree.
I see they also changed this. I don't know if anyone noticed this. It's very subtle, but the drag quadrant they changed. So like even when you're doing this markup, see how it's
Yeah,
a they
it's snapping. It looks like it's snapping to something.
yeah, it's like a red box with that other one. It was blue. So that was very subtle change. You would never do this to anyone. So there's my safe harbor statement. But let's show the batch sign and seal, and then we'll go to stamps. So what Dustin's talking about is this batch sign and seal. I'm going to save this document out locally because I don't want to overwrite my data set. And basically what I'm going to do is stamp, sign, and seal the entire set via a digital ID that is a signature like a wet seal, but it has a signature field so I know if anyone changed anything after I send it out. So you can go to batch, sign, and seal. I'm going to do this entire document. So this is your three-part system. You have digital signatures, which I'm going to use. And I think this is yep. So there's my wet seal. I'm going to drag it over here. And then you can actually do a date if you wanted to, but I'm going to grab my seal, which I have one here. And you would never do this because your seal is at scale. This one is not. So I'm going to place it down here. This one's the one from Bluebeam. I'm not a licensed engineer, so there we go. I think I can scroll in. There we go. And then I can scale this down a little bit if I needed to. And now this is going to place it on every single spot in the same area on every single document. But all the other pages are going to have that not for construction symbol. So there's my seal. There's my signature. And I probably wouldn't have had the date on my seal. I would have used the date here. So now I got to scroll back out because the date goes top left. By default, I'm going to scroll back in. And I think the stamp actually has the actual auto date. It does. So I don't even need this, to be honest. So we'll just uncheck that. But basically, this signature wet seal wouldn't happen if I didn't have my password. So we're going to go type that in. And now this will place in every single spot on every single page. So all I need to hit is OK, processing 1 through 7. So just like that, it went through and placed it on every single page. And that's how you'd go through. You'd have a seal for every page size that you need, right? Just like you would in Revit or AutoCAD back in the day when we used to put seals in the design software and have us do it. But if it's requiring a digital signature, which now you can see over here, it has done that. I'm going to save as my desktop again, overwrite the existing one. Oops. Now, if changes are made like this, you'll see a exclamation point because it is not authenticated anymore because someone made a change to it. So that is one way to go through and do that. The other way is how Dustin was talking about as well, which is like a signature just on your stamp, right? Which is the old way. And some folks still do that. Would you agree, Dustin?
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. I know a couple of companies that we deal with or that we've dealt with in the past that still use that method.
Yeah, they use this method, which is just a stamp. They wouldn't scale it though; it would be at scale, right?
Yep.
So how do we go through and do that? You can easily go to Tools, Stamps, and you can create a stamp. Now, whatever size you want, because you can always change. I just hit OK. And then you're going to save this as a stamp in your stamp folders. Name it whatever you'd like. We'll just do stamp 2.0. And then from here, what I'm going to do is just resize this. Now, you would be able to bring in a PDF of your seal and also an image of your seal. If you wanted to sign it in here with the pen, you could. But this is how you're going to go through and create a custom stamp, essentially. We're not doing JavaScript stamps. Maybe we'll have Liz on if she's still here to recap her session after Unbound. Since they aren't recording Unbound, folks, be aware we may have some folks from teaching there that want to reteach it again on MCR. Is something we're going to try and do. Now, if you bring something in, there are a couple modifications you can do with text. So let's say your seal was in here. We'll just make a circle to once this Teams bar goes away. I forgot in order to do it with the ellipse. I think it's Control or is it Alt? It's Alt. There we go. Okay, so if I wanted to do a automatic date placement, there's this dynamic field, and you can use this. So you can do like, what do you think, Dustin? Is it typically year or is it day? It's day, month, then year?
Day, month, then year.
Yeah. So you do day slash month slash year. These are the only dynamic fields you can use unless you're going to do some type of JavaScript, which we can show that at some point, but that's not what this one is about. I've done one before, so you can go and watch the recording on our old videos if you want to learn how to customize an existing stamp or create your own stamps. But this would essentially place that date and time. Now, it doesn't really matter the overage here because the color blend mode fixes that. Then I hit save, hit exit, go back over to here. That's going to be a large oval for this one, but that's fine. We'll scale it. And then the date is placed. And I think it's month, day, then year, but that's fine. Too many people sign and seal documents, but you can't do anything with them. Then I have to go through the whole process of removing them. Yeah, I guess that's true, Doug. That probably is a pain for you. Do you want to know a hack? I had to do this the other day. Yeah. All I had to do was to get rid of the signatures so I can modify it is just file print. And I just reprinted it. Now, if it's a certified document, that's a little bit different. Now, I forget how I had to go through and do that one. I think I had to open it up. I'm not going to say that one. But this one is just because it was a signature because it was sealed. Yeah, you can just do file reprint. So for all you subcontractors out there that need to do stuff with them for like quantity takeoff, searching for things, not intended safe harbor statement to modify the construction documents in any way or form. That's one way you can go through and do it. So there's my safe harbor statement. Yeah, best hack unlocked. Yeah, 100%, David. So just request. Oh, Ben, you're here. I thought you would go to AU. Unless you're at AU right now. But I think general session's happening right now. Because it's 7 my time. What is it, your time? No, you're east. Nashville's not east. Oops, I moved the chat down. It's amazing what people will provide if you ask and explain that. Yeah, it's the why, David. I think that's one of the biggest things I've learned here, especially when you explain the why, people understand, right? Versus just saying this is what it is. Yeah, I know you're here because I saw you thumbs up David's comment, but not at AU. Okay. What else about stamps? So there are some additional placements that you can place. So once you've placed one, you can right click and apply to all pages. There's also the thumbnails tool. Have you used this one yet, Dustin?
No, I don't think so.
I'm sorry. I'm like just starting to chew gum, and that was very rude to me. So my bad.
Yeah.
There's the apply stamp here, and this one is just 4 quadrants. So you can place it in 4 different areas on your PDF. So like top right, you choose your stamp, and it will place it there. We can change the opacity. You can lock it. This is a weird thing because it's like it places it at the top right page anchor point, and then you can change the X, Y position. So I'll just place it just to show you. And place it on page 1. So it's here, 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 here. It's the quadrants and then in the center. I don't know. I'm assuming someone's used that before, but I couldn't find a workflow that would benefit from that. So,
well, figuring out the XY position and inside a review is going to be kind of difficult, I guess.
Yeah, I agree. And then also there are custom stamps. I just do Bluebeam custom tool sets, and that's where I get to these. So Bluebeam does have some pre-created stamps. I don't know if Troy De Groot has any. He has some more custom tool sets, but these are some custom stamps that they've created that enable JavaScript, and these can be modified. So if you wanted checkboxes and then an entered by and a date, these are all downloadable. So if I go to my tools, I think I have some here that haven't been changed. Oh, I changed these. But it'll automatically put the date in, the user, and then these are some of the options here. So you can modify these if you wanted. These aren't hard to modify. Have you modified these at all, Dustin?
Yeah, that's the workflow that I teach is, when people want to create custom stamps, to take a working existing stamp and then modify its functionality to suit your needs. Yep. It's a whole lot easier than starting from scratch. Not to say that starting from scratch is hard. It's just more cumbersome. If you've got something that works similar to what you're looking for, and you can just modify the functionality, because basically all those fields inside of the stamp are just form fill outs. So you can modify what it says, what all of that stuff. So it's easy to edit one that's already existing in functions.
Yeah, because I've created proxy stamps here. So I have a bunch of different proxy stamps that have different options. And that's what Dustin's talking about. So I just created the JavaScript proxy stamps with a bunch of different options back here so that if someone needed, text with a drop down and a checkbox, cool, the stamp has all that. Here you go modify it, right? So I have a bunch of these different ones here. But to modify them, like Dustin was saying, there are some options to go through and modify them. You just have to be aware of what they are for. So these will populate open. And if you change the naming of these, you need to change the information that's positioned for the JavaScript. So you do have to have JavaScript for it. But you can come in here and you can change the name of these so that this will say something different. If you saw at the beginning, it said my name as I was placing it. So if I come into here, we go to stamp, we go and place it. It says Michael as the option here. ATG revised, rejected for information versus approved as corrected. Those were changed. So there was a question. Yeah, those stamps were available here. Did somebody already? Thanks, Liz, for helping with the chat. Yeah, so these are available. Again, you can modify them if you need to. Some people have done it a different way, which is creative. I give them that. They've created a markup. Have you seen that before? Where people will make a markup that's kind of like that with like text.
Yeah.
So they'll basically do something like this. Then they'll place text in here. And then we'll Control C, Control V, Control V. I think if I select these this way, I think it's this, and then this. I think it's the last thing. Yeah, it's the last thing you select. It aligns them to it. Maybe not. Control Z. I thought it was. Maybe I didn't, maybe distribute. Did I do vertically? Yeah. Where'd they go? Did they stack? Oh, they did stack. That's weird. Okay. I guess it doesn't want to work. I mean, it did it to the left. It just doesn't want to distribute them the way I want them to be distributed. So that's weird. Okay. Anyways, we'll leave them like this, and I'll group them. And then you can essentially come in here and type, right? So it doesn't, basically, this is now quantifiable as a stamp. And then you could just type in whatever you need to here. It doesn't give you like must put in these things like the JavaScript does, right? Like when I place this you must fill some of these out in order to move forward. This is you just fill out information, right? You double click into here and you're able to modify these text boxes. So I've seen some people do it that way. Pretty cool. And also, if you're creating custom stamps, just be aware there's two different types of stamps. There's a batch stamp and a non-batch stamp, meaning that it copies information over from one page to the next. just so you're aware. Okay, let's see. What am I missing? Don't select your text box. Distribute your text without selecting the text box. Okay, we'll see. Will it do that without the text box selected? Let's see. So that was aligned vertical. Yeah, it doesn't know what to align them to. So if I do that, because what I want them to do is be aligned 1 to, equal distance between this box, which for some reason it doesn't. Maybe I need to move this all the way down and move this one all the way up and then do it, maybe. I don't know. Oh, and click the box. Oh, we'll do without the box. Because maybe it's the max extent of your top and bottom. Yeah, I guess that's what it is. So you have to move your max extent between these two is what it distributed them. Does that make sense, Justin? So.
Yep.
Okay. I was just hoping if I click the box, it would distribute them from the extents of these two, but
right. No matter where the text is placed.
But I guess it doesn't. Perfect. So, and then you would group them. But anyways, that's one way people create stamps, I guess, that are custom. The only issue, again, is that ability to do
the batch stamping.
The batch stamping, yeah.
But you can always create that as a tool and then copy it into. You can pop it into your actual stamp and use dynamic fields for some of that stuff.
That's true. Yeah, you could. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
So you could create it as a tool. It can live in your tool chest, still functions the same. It just, lives in both places, and you can use it as a batch tool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. What I'm interested into seeing is you missed this Go Canvas link, Dustin. But this is like a task list. So what you could do is like a punch list, and then your field folks, you could essentially do a dispatch to the Go Canvas link.
Sort of
which
like
it doesn't show up.
Sort of like what you can do in sessions, alerting attendees. You can send them a notification. Yeah.
And then they will get it on their phone when they click the notification. It says received. When they complete it, it'll also change the status here.
Okay. So you can track field tasks at the office. That's pretty neat.
And track it through the PDF.
Yeah.
So that will be, and I still haven't gotten an email reply to get Peter on. I'm assuming it's probably going to have to happen after Unbound. Not Peter Noyes, Peter from Go Canvas. So that they can show the field app. But yeah, basically that will be the integration. I know you haven't seen it yet. And that will be that Go Canvas task link. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
We were talking about it last week, the Firmus integration and how that will work. Did you see that email that came out for Bluebeam?
It's probably buried in all of my emails. I have to
see it.
I have to search for it.
I got to look for the email. It was like last week. Oh, there's a conference app for those folks going to Unbound. So make sure I am talking away from my mic. I'll scroll a little bit more. Yeah. So here it is. This is,
yeah,
yeah,
I
you saw
see.
this one?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I can't wait to see what they're going to do with this integration, how this will look.
yeah.
AI review and AI match. Interesting. I know. Was my gum chewing loud, Dustin? Did you hear it? It's
Say
probably
again?
because you have headphones on, Liz. You're listening through headphones, huh? I'm assuming everyone is. I apologize. I didn't mean to be chewing my gum. I'll take it out. Yeah. I can hear myself chewing, but by the way, Liz, there's reverb in this mic. I didn't think it was that loud, so I apologize. Okay. So moving forward. Battlefield is definitely an awesome game. Too bad the beta's out. So let's see what else. Custom stamps. And for those of you that didn't know, that just got this link as well, they do have tool sets here. So if you wanted to go through and look at some of their pre-existing custom tool sets, because we did talk a little bit about tool sets as well, feel free to download them here. Between time that Dustin has, Dustin's also creating custom tool sets for folks. So those aren't ready yet, but we'll have them soon. Probably like next year, right, Dustin? Because you're super busy.
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty busy right at the moment.
Cool. I think that's it. That's in here. That's pretty beneficial. The profiles are the old profiles. So
Now
this
that
is
structural steel set does come with some
true.
steel shapes, but they're very basic.
Yeah, that's this profile. So when I click it, you get steel shapes here. And then you get weld symbols as well, which I do not know what scale they printed these out at, but
You could probably apply a scale. It looks like it works for 3/4 or 1 inch.
I guess they're kind of close, right?
Yeah.
They wouldn't scale down though.
That's the only bad thing about tool sets inside of review. Well, no, it's scaled down pretty all
It
right.
scaled down fine, but I don't think it would scale down. Hold on.
It always
No, that didn't. The dash
yeah,
that.
the letters didn't go. That's
I
why
don't
I
think.
always recommend whatever the smallest scale it'll ever be used in needs to be created in that scale so that it can scale
Ooh,
up.
that's a good recommendation.
Yeah, because I mean, it like for some reason, Bluebeam doesn't scale down well when it comes to text or numbering. It does
Yeah,
very
like the
well going
positioning.
up. Yeah, it goes well going up, but not down.
Yeah, they don't scale at all. So, oh, it's because I don't have the scale set to the PDF. No security. That's new. But this is a half. That one kind of scaled a little bit better. Oh, nope.
Yeah.
Everything got
Yeah,
messed up as after I clicked it.
yeah.
After I placed it, it's like, nope. Good luck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a bummer. They're always the same size on the page, no matter the scale. You guys scale your text per viewports on details. Text is always the same size. Yeah. And then it also comes with some estimation tools, some design review markups, and that's pretty much it. So you think, I mean, that's kind of good, right? But it does come from the old review 2018, I think, right?
I think it's no
Maybe
last
even
time.
older.
Well,
Oh,
I'm
with
not
review
sure.
10 and higher.
Yeah. So that's way back, the way
Yep.
back machine.
Way back. And then there's dictionaries. So that's what you get on this page. Troy De Groot has some free created custom tool sets, so feel free to check those out. I don't have the link. I'm pretty sure Liz can bring that up, or Doug, or David. They attend his forum page a lot, so feel free to check those out. We always support other folks. There'll probably be a link coming in the chat here soon, so feel free to check those out as well. But Bluebeam does have their own on their website. Thanks, Liz. Those are free to download from Troy, so go feel free to check out his website. He took some time. I think he modified a lot of the existing ones, and then I think he created some additional ones. But yeah, perfect. Yes, you are. Alrighty, well, with that, we have a couple of more days until Unbound. Anything that you've heard, Dustin, about Unbound yet? Or are you just waiting for me to go and tell you?
Yeah, I've been checking some of the email track, but I mean I don't read all of it because it is, unless it's pertinent to a project at this point, I'm not paying too much attention. Or if they say that they're stopping something or changing functionality or something like that, I try to pick up on that with a quick scan. But no, I haven't heard much about what's going to go down. I just kind of what you kind of preamble to.
Yep.
Previously.
That we can't talk about because I did tell
exactly.
Dustin
Yeah.
I wanted him to be as excited as I was because he currently uses review on all of his. Would you say majority of your project? Not all of them, probably, right?
I try every client that I interact with. I attempt to use review in some capacity, whether it be through sessions or projects or combination of the two, or just being able to review documentation. It's a whole lot easier to manage projects, with outside entities, using review as the platform.
Yep.
So
it's the best way to collaborate on PDFs. Would you agree?
Absolutely, by far.
Yep. Well, with that, we are 2 weeks out. And I guess it's 2 weeks, right? Yeah. I mean, I'm flying out Monday, so I'll be there Monday, the 29th. We'll give you an update if we're going to do a recap with Matt next week on AU. So we'll let you all know if that's going to happen. Hopefully it is, but we'll let you all know. If not, we'll have another topic. Matt will be joining me next week. But thanks again, Dustin, for joining us today. Any follow-up regards?
No. I think been fun going over some updates and kind of reviewing some workflows for stamps. Been fun.
It was good. Those updates, the tool chest update were very sneaky. That was definitely, I wasn't expecting that when I was doing training. I was like, wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
So
you gotta like it when they sneak one in on you like that.
Yeah, brand new stuff. We love it. So, all right. Well, thanks, folks, for attending today. We'll see you all next week, and then the following week we'll be on a break because we'll be doing MCR live in Washington, D.C. So thanks, everyone, for tuning in today. Thanks again, Dustin, for joining me today. I appreciate you, and everyone have an amazing week.
Hey there, thanks for tuning in. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of the other content on our channel.